So we are here for the NCAA Women's College Basketball Scores for Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. So we have Miami, Ohio defeated Kent State in the first Mid-American Conference Championship quarterfinal, 65-58. And Rock Arena, Cleveland, Ohio. It's home of the Cleveland Cavaliers. The SWAC Germans in Gateway Center, College Park, Georgia. This during the NBA season. It's home of the College Park Skyhawks in the NBA G League, and then the G League does not overlap the WNBA season, and then they have the G, and then after G League season it becomes the home of the Land Dream, and it's 72-68 LA over Florida A&M. It was that German quarterfinal. It was Florida A&M actually had a lead at halftime, or first score 30-15. It was 30 all after two quarters. But it was close, 2-point lead in the third quarter, and then a 2-point win in the fourth. So they only won by 4. Florida, Alabama A&M, the number 1 seed. We're 22-9 now, 17-1 set play. They're 17-1 set play, 1 in regular season set play. They're 2-9 in the record conference tournament play. And in the Southland, McNeese was 27-4. They were 6-3 in non-conference, but 21-1 in regular season conference play, which is insane. 22 regular season conference games. Even like the conferences like the Big 10, Big 12, and all, with tons of schools. They play every team once, maybe their rival twice. That's it. So they're close to school to each other, I guess. They're close to school twice, like the kind of like their rival, I guess, twice. So they play every team twice. The Southland only lose once. It's pretty good. The WAC though did. The WAC having 7 teams, only have the top 2 make it to the semis. 3 through 6, 3, 4, 5 get on bids bias the quarter. 6, 7 play in the first round. So they play every team 3 times. You play 18 regular season conference games, which you play every team 3 times, which is just wow. And then you're playing a 4th time in conference tournament play. It's like wow, that's a lot. But McNeese wins 67-52. Make sure I believe that's who to McNeese schools, in Norfolk, Virginia. It's where Norfolk State is, Norfolk, Virginia. Then we have Howard defeated South Carolina State 75-43 in the first tournament quarterfinal. In the first USA quarter, the Louisiana Tech, the 1 seed, dominates Delaware 72-43 from Huntsville, Alabama, where the home of the Conference USA tournaments. In Birmingham, Alabama, at UAB, or outside UAB. Let's keep this. North Texas 80-57 over Florida in the American Athletic Conference Championship second round. Ohio defeats Central Michigan 89-88 in the Mid-American Conference Championship quarterfinal. In the Coast Athletic Association first round, UNC Wilmington defeats Northeastern 51-50. In overtime, Stephen F. Austin defeats Lamar 64-59 in overtime. So it's Steve Austin and McNeese in the Southland. In the Southland final on the ESPNU. Marination Shore advances to the semifinals with a 55-48 win over Delaware State. Florida International advances to the Conference USA Championship semifinal. With a 76-66 win over Jacksonville State. Cal State Fullerton advances with an E65 win over Cal State Northridge. In UTSA, the UTSA really only had the third quarter 21-9. Otherwise, it was close round, and UTSA wins over Temple 58-51. Ball State 75-63 win over Bowling Green. The second Mid-American Conference Championship. Another Mid-American Championship quarterfinal. The third one. And then in the Big Sky, another conference championship or tournament final. This time is for the Big Sky, and Idaho defeats Montana State 60-57. Ernst Pine Bluff had to play in the second round. And they got up and despite, they were up. Actually, I have to 25-18. And in the third, they were up. They were up 7. And then they were up 16 after 3. They're up 18 after 3. No? 18, yeah, they're up 18. And Alcorn State only won the fourth by 14, so Smith wins 60 over Alcorn State. UC Riverside beats UC Silver 50-53 in the Big West first round. So an upset by UC Riverside. In Utah, Yarnton defeats Utah Tech 77-73 in the fourth match of this, in the fourth game between those two schools this season. And then Toledo 67-56 over Massachusetts. Now that's an upset for UMass. UMass might make it to the WBIT or the WNIT. They'll definitely make it to one. They'll definitely be in the running for the WNIT. They could even make it to WBIT. But that's not where Massachusetts might be that's not where they want to be, And if they weren't in those rooms, they want to make it there through a semifinal. Who's in the semifinal or who's in the final? Because, but they didn't have it. And on the 12th, we have Jackson State Southern. Winner of that game, Jackson State Southern game, plays Arkansas Pine Bluff at 5:30 Eastern on Friday. And then we have North Grand T. William and Mary at noon Eastern. And then the winner will play Charleston. And then you have North Carolina Central Cup and state winner. And then we'll play Howard on Friday. We have Liberty Sam Houston. Oh no, we'll play Louisiana. One of them. I'm not sure if it's Liberty Sam Houston or if it's Liberty Sam Tennessee. Both 11. All 3 are 11-7. All 4 are 11-7. Could be Missouri State. Middle Tennessee plays because the plays Florida. If they base up the conference, is how they do it. No, how the second game is the second night is night. Second game at night for the conference because the men are earlier in the day because they're on CBS Sports Network, and then they have Missouri Valley semifinals, and then they have the not the Missouri Valley. They have the Mid American Conference semifinals. They have the MAC semifinals. That's why the MAC women's semifinals are a little bit earlier in the day, like an hour earlier on Friday. And then they have the Mountain West men's semifinals. So then we have Missouri State, Middle Tennessee at 3 strong play. We'll play Florida Atlantic at the night session, second game of the night session. For the Conference USA Championship or Conference USA Championship on CS Spectrum. Liberty Sam Houston will play Louisiana the Wednesday. North Texas Tulsa. They're playing Rice at the night game because the men quarterfinals are Saturday or Friday, and then men's semis are gonna be Saturday. So the women will get a night championship game in ESPN, and the semifinals and then ESPN Plus. But that's because the quarterfinals will be in the afternoon, where the women were. Because for TV purposes, they get their 2 quarterfinals on TV. They used to have 4, but now they have 2. Just 4. Like you want to have like the top teams, kind of like a stagger. So like their top teams are rested, you know. So, yeah, and then we have Morgan State, Norfolk State. And the winner of that one. I mean, on Eastern Shore. In the second semi. And then we'll have Tarleton, and then we have NC Women's and Mama. They'll play Stony Brook. And then Tarleton State Utah Valley winner. We'll play California Baptist. And then Cal State Fullerton Hawaii winner. And UTSA South Florida winner. So the Cal State Fullerton Hawaii winner plays UC Irvine. And then the South Florida one will play East Carolina. Yep, UTSA South Florida one plays East Carolina. And then we have Grambling Alabama State. They'll play Alabama A&M at 11 a.m. Eastern. So if you play the fourth quarterfinal, you have to play the team that got a day of rest and play the early game of the morning, which is just wow, you know. Which is just wow, you know. And UT Arlington, Sarita, and UC Irvine at UC Davis. Arlington, Sarita. And so the WAP is plays LA and Christian, and UC San Diego is for the Big West. So it is Arlington, Sarita plays Abilene Christian in the semis, and then UC Irvine, UC Davis plays UC San Diego in the finals, and then we have two Patriot Simpos, Campus 8 semis, Army Holy Cross, 6 Eastern, 8-7, and Roosters, and one Friday Incidents Eastern. The semifinals are in ESPN Plus for the Northeast Conference. Usually the Northeast Conference on NEC front row. There were some occasional games maybe on, like if there are games on like over the air, like on regional sports networks on cable, it might be on ESPN Plus or feature games. Men and women basketball. With Hofstra Townsend and Hampton Ewan. Hofstra Townsend, Hampton Ewan. Hofstra Townsend will play Campbell at 6 Eastern. And then the Hampton Elon winner will play Drexel at 8 Eastern. And then we have 3 conference first round games for Missouri Valley. There used to be 12 teams, but Missouri State moved to Conference USA because they wanted a conference that could house all their sports. And I believe Missouri State has bowling. They affiliate with Conference USA for bowling. Missouri State does, honestly. So it was a kind of a natural fit for FBS conference. If Missouri State has beach volleyball. I know Conference USA has beach volleyball. I know they actually have affiliate some of the members that are in other conferences that are not Conference USA normally for all their sports. They actually have affiliation with Conference USA for bowling only, or some of them have bowling only, and some of them have swimming and diving. You'll notice that some conferences may not have a specific conference. Some of them might affiliate with Conference USA for swimming and diving only, or bowling only, or beach volleyball only. Some of them do. People, there are ones that do. So, and so there's 11 teams now. So there's only needs for 3 first round games, which I'm surprised they don't have like a little bit earlier in the day, like maybe 2:30 local time in Iowa instead of 3:30 in Iowa. And the next game is at 6 Eastern. The WIC, and then we have at 8:30 in Valparaiso, Drake. I'm kind of surprised by that. There's not like a 2:30, maybe a 5, maybe a 7:30. I mean, that would be more fit. I don't know. Or maybe even a 2, 4:30, and 7. But you can have a 2, 4:30, 7, or a 2:35 and 7:30. I mean, it's kind of hard, if you have a break in the session. There's only 3 games, so it's kind of like a little odd, to have a break. But yeah. But yeah. And then we have first we have the 8-9 matchup. Indiana State, Southern Illinois, the 9-8. Indiana State, Southern Illinois. So Indiana State, Southern Illinois one. We'll play the 1 seed in, which is Murray State at 1 Eastern. At 3:30 Eastern, it's the 4-5 matchup. It was used to be the 12 top 4 only made, now top 5 do. So it's Bradley, North Iowa, playing at 3:30 Eastern, 2:30 local time in Iowa. And then at 6 Eastern, we have Belmont. And Belmont takes on the 7-10 winner, Evansville UIC. 10-7 Evansville is 10. UIC is 7. And then Valparaiso the 11. They are 0-31, 0-20 in Missouri Valley Conference play. You play every team twice in conference play, once at home, once on the road. And Valparaiso lost all other non-conference games. Has lost all 20 conference games in the regular season. Oh, they're still going to play one more game. They're going to play. They could play another one in the second round if they somehow happen to upset Drake. They'll move on to the second round. But the Valparaiso will take on Drake. And the winner of that one will play Illinois State at the 8:30 local time, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern time game on Friday. So that is that. So yep, and this is the last day of conference tournaments. He's saying who plays who. I have teams that got byes. The quarterfinals or second rounds. Teams two quarterfinals with the women's one day, 2 of the men's one day. Instead of having all 4 women's one day. Like, I like it when, I don't know. I get why they do it. You may have 2 men's because they want to have, or 2 women's because they want to have staggered tournaments. So then, it favors both on the men's and women's side. The best team gets in the March Madness. Their second best gets in, the NIT or WBIT. Maybe in the women's side, the third best gets in, the WNIT, So, kind of what they were doing. All these conferences want to do that, favor their top opponents. Top schools, I get it. I get it. But, yeah. That is it, so. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing whip around. I'll probably start whipping around probably a little bit after maybe 3:34 local time, Central Time, which is about 5 Eastern Time. I'm gonna be doing about yeah, I'll say so. But you'll see you might see some of the final Missouri if I do it 4. I'm gonna try to do it 4:30 Eastern, which means you'll see the final. Which you'll see the first WAC tournament quarterfinal if I do it 3:30 Central. Charleston City, Utah Valley, and then you'll see the ending of the fourth quarter. The final conference UC championship quarter, Missouri State, Middle Tennessee. You'll see the fourth quarter of the Coastal Fortune, Hawaii. So the second of the UTSA, South Florida. Then you'll see all of Indiana State, Illinois. Then you'll see Steve Austin McNeese. All of that. You'll see all of UT Arlington, Sarita, Grambling, Alabama State, UC Riverside, UC Davis. And then Army, Holy Cross, Navy, Long Island University, Mercyhurst, Lemont, Fred Davidson, and UAC. And I'm just not going to show any of Valparaiso Drake. I'm not, because that's going to be the only one on at that time. So I'm not going to show that one because I don't have rights to Coastal Athletic Association. If I did, I would be showing like the Coastal Athletic Association mixed in. You know what? I don't have Flow Sports. I'm not going to buy Flow Sports just for that. And maybe a few Division II conferences, but so I'd really be using Flow Sports for. I don't think it's worth it. Unlike ESPN Plus, where you get like a ton of conferences. Yeah, the only reason I buy like Big Ten Plus is because I'm a Big Ten fan. Otherwise, if I was a Coast fan of them or a Division II school or Division III schools on there, those conferences, yeah, I would do that. But yeah, with me around me, but so that's not so.